Hi everyone, I'm back with another video game recommendation for a video game to get remastered. You've heard of this video game called The Adventures of Link. Debuting roughly a year after The Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, is the only main entry in the series to feature side-scrolling as its primary perspective. The game also contains many systems seen in no other Zelda game, including attacks and defense that vary if Link is standing or crouching, as well as a system to gain experience and level up by defeating enemies, though much changed in this follow-up to the original classic. It also built upon what makes the series special, expanding an overworld littered with dungeons by adding towns full of people to meet. As in any Zelda game, Link gains skills and equipment over the course of his adventure, giving him the strength to take on more difficult enemies and reach new areas. The Adventure of Link was re-released with new colors and other subtle changes in 2004 for the Game Boy Advance as part of a classic NES series. Here's the plot. Thanks to Link's valiant efforts, the little kingdom of Hyrule has recovered both the Triforce of Wisdom and the Triforce of Power. However, the evil from Ganon's vile heart still infected the kingdom, causing chaos and disorder, and the monsters who had not perished with Ganon were hunting Link. They believed that by using the hero as a sacrifice and sprinkling his blood all over Ganon's ashes, their evil leader would be revived. Meanwhile, Link was working to repair the damage done to Hyrule by Ganon, but the devastation was immense. On his 16th birthday, a glowing mark appeared on the back of his left hand. Impa noticed the triangular mark and guided Link to the North Castle, where there was a sealed door called the Door That Does Not Open. Impa took Link's hand and pressed the back of it against the door. It slowly creaked open to reveal a beautiful woman sleeping on an altar. "Here lies Princess Zelda," Impa said. The nursemaid explained that long ago, when Hyrule was a large kingdom, the king of Hyrule used the United Triforce to maintain order. With the king's passing, the prince inherited both of the kingdom and the Triforce, but the sacred relic was incomplete. The Triforce of Courage was missing. A magician and close associate of the new kings offered his aid, suggesting that Princess Zelda knew where it could be found. Despite pressure from the prince, Zelda refused to reveal the Triforce's location. Even after the magician threatened to place her under a spell of eternal sleep, Zelda remained silent. Making good on his word, the magician cursed Zelda. The regretful prince, overcome with sorrow, placed Zelda on the altar within the North Castle. He decreed that all women born in the royal line would be named Zelda, so this tragedy would never be forgotten. After telling the story to Link, Impa entrusted him with a scroll and 6 small crystals. The scroll was written in an alphabet foreign to Link, but he instantly understood its meaning. This scroll contained the words of the King of Hyrule. There are 3 kinds of Triforce: power, wisdom, and courage. It read, "When these 3 are brought together, the Triforce will show its maximum power. On the 3, I have left power and wisdom in the kingdom, but the Triforce of Courage I have hidden for a reason. Not everybody can use the Triforce. It requires a strong character with no evil thoughts, but an inborn special quality is also necessary. Unfortunately, I have not found such a person during my lifetime." The King's Scroll warned that the Triforce's misuse would produce many evils, and it foretold that a crest would appear on a young man deemed worthy. Until that time, the Triforce of Courage would be hidden in the Great Palace in the Valley of Death. To enter, Link would need to defeat the guardians of 6 other palaces. At the heart of each was a statue. Setting crystals in these statues would release the binding force the king had placed on the Great Palace. Impa explained that once the 3 pieces of the Triforce were brought together, the ancient sleeping spell gripping Zelda could be lifted. Just as was written on the scroll, Link discovered 6 palaces and placed crystals in stone statues found within them. Waiting at the heart of the great palace was the guardian Thunderbird. After a vicious battle, Link found the Triforce of Courage in the room beyond, but his shadow cast on the wall attacked. To battle oneself was the final trial of the hero, who would inherit the Triforce. Link defeated his shadow and finally obtained the Triforce of Courage. Link then returned to the North Castle. Before the altar, the 3 pieces of the Triforce came together and cast a sacred light. Her curse broken, Princess Zelda opened her eyes and spoke, "You saved Hyrule, and you are a real hero." This video game is a real classic, and I believe it deserves a remake. I recommend you talk to people about it in person: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, Reddit, Skype, TikTok, Fandango, Screen Rant, comic book resources, and video chat with people about it. Bye for now. Until next time, I think of another video game recommendation for a video game to get remastered. Please remember to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and share my videos on social media and share via messaging and email too. Don't forget to check out my playlists.